Good morning, brothers and sisters. This is Keith Thompson, and I want to talk about this interesting topic that happened. Mario Lopez got his wake up call. Now, I want to explain what that wake up call is, but first, I want to go into what this article is about. The title reading states Mario Lopez apologizes after backlash over his remarks about letting children choose their gender. Okay, so Mario Lopez was on the Candace Owens show, and they were talking about children, and they were also talking about how it's weird how a lot of these celebrities are allowing their children to choose their gender. And Mario Lopez did the right thing. He did the logical thing. He did the thing that made sense, and he disagreed with that. And he said that it wasn't right. And he also said that people are sexualizing children. Okay, because he realized that you can't separate discussing gender without sexualizing it. Okay, when it comes to children. Now, we have a short clip here of him on the Candace Owens show where he says this, and if you want to watch that, you can. I'll post a link to this in the description. But here's the thing. Mario Lopez, I've never heard anything as far as anything bad in the media. I've never heard of him doing anything that wasn't acceptable uh, by society standards that would lead him to, lose his job or to have his name tarnished. He's a pretty stand-up guy. Okay, he stays out of trouble. He stays out of gossip. He got his wake-up call. And the reason he got his wake-up call was because he didn't weigh the cost. Okay, Luke 14:28. Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? Now, this is what he should have done before he made that comment. He should have known that standing on the side of logic, okay, which is synonymous with Christianity, is going to cause an issue. See, all his career, he was a John 19er. Okay? If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. And the world loved him. Why? Because he was of the world. Okay, he just recently got a new gig. He just got, I guess he's the new host of Access Hollywood. He just recently got this job. Okay? And he's been of the world his whole life. Everyone's loved him. That's why he's gotten these high paying jobs. But when he made that comment, he realized that everything is conditional. Everything is conditional. Okay? God's love is conditional. Okay? God's love comes with stipulations. You have to live a certain way if you're a Christian. You have to believe a certain thing. Okay? You have to be against certain things. You have to hate certain things. And the same thing is with being in the world. Being in the world is conditional. The world's love for you is based on how you think, what you say, and what you accept as being good. Now, when you blur those lines, which is what Mario Lopez did by going on the Candace Owens show and saying that the LGBTQ community is wrong by sexualizing children, he realized real quick that their love for you is conditional. Okay? Twitter blew up. His agent started calling. I already know what happened. His agents probably started calling him. Mario, what did you say? You're all over Twitter. You've got to recant this. You could lose your sponsorships. You can lose your job. I'm sure his wife was saying, Mario, what are you doing? I really like this gated community we live in. I really like the cars I drive. I really like the social status I have. You need to fix this. So what did he do? Well, guys, I didn't really mean what I said. I mean, I'm all for the LGBT. I'm all about love. So, maybe I wasn't thinking. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I think that you guys took it out of context. He backtracked because he knew if he didn't, he would lose everything. Okay? He didn't count the cost before he made the comment. Now, we as Christians can make that comment and stand on our convictions because we know the cost. We know what's going to happen. If you're sound in mind when it comes to biblical doctrine that describes what it means to not be of the world, what it means to be hated by the world, to be a John 15:18er, if the world hates you, keep in mind that they hated me first. We know this. We know that to follow Christ means to be hated by the world. And we know that following Christ, things are going to be taken from us. We're going to lose jobs. We're going to lose friendships. Okay? But this is all good for us because we know our reward is in heaven. Mario Lopez is not a Christian. His reward, he wants it right now. So I got to recant the statement. I got to make up some excuse as to why I wasn't in my right mind when I made the comment, because I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to lose my wife. So that's what happens. He didn't count the cost before making that comment. And so Mario Lopez is a great example of, you know, what it means to choose sides, because that's what this really is. You're choosing a side. Either you belong to the world or you belong to Christ. If you belong to the world, you better play by their rules, because their love is conditional.